a behind-the-scenes look at Fallout video game series game design process. From the post-apocalyptic ruins of Washington, D.C., to the dense forests of the Commonwealth, the Fallout series has captivated gamers for decades with its immersive worlds and complex characters. But have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of creating one of these intricate games? Let's take a closer look. Developing a Fallout game is a meticulous process that often begins years in advance. The concept phase can last anywhere from a few months to a few years, as designers and writers explore ideas, test theories, and experiment with different gameplay mechanics. But according to Obsidian Entertainment's Chris Avellin, one of the key challenges is finding the perfect balance between depth and accessibility. The danger is creating these incredibly complex systems that still need to be taught to the player. From concept to pre-production, the team produces a vast amount of content including hundreds of pages of story documents, design drafts, and concept art. This stage is all about world building and crafting the narrative. Game director Todd Howard explains that we want the player to feel like this is an immersive experience, like fire actually in the world of Fallout. To achieve this, the team draws inspiration from real-world history, culture, and technology, using them as reference points to create a rich, post-apocalyptic society. Once pre-production is complete, the team transitions into production. This is where the game starts to take shape, and the designers focus on implementing the gameplay mechanics, building the game's core systems, and fine-tuning the controls. It's a daunting task. As Howard notes, we have to get everything to work, from basic mechanics like movement and combat to more complex systems like VATS and special. Of course, there's the additional layer of politics and decision-making. Game development is inherently collaborative, and different teams often have varying opinions and ideas. Avellin emphasizes the importance of staying true to the game's vision, even when it means making tough choices. You gotta decide what you're more passionate about, what are you willing to skimp on. Throughout the development cycle, numerous iterations, improvements, and changes are made. In many cases, key features or mechanics are pushed back to the next game in the series or even scrapped altogether. According to Avellin, sometimes you're trying something, and it doesn't quite work. So, you shelve it, but the next game may have something similar that people really love, and the game finally launches. Players immerse themselves in the world, interacting with characters, exploring environments, and unraveling the story. Meanwhile, the development team breathes a collective sigh of relief. They've poured countless hours into their creation. And now, the fate of the game rests in the player's hands. At its core, game design is a work of art, a form of storytelling that combines visual, audio, and interactive elements. Creating a game is akin to writing a novel, but instead of static characters and passive surroundings, it is a vast, dynamic world where anything can happen. For many of us, that's what makes games so compelling, a chance to temporarily escape reality and lose ourselves in another realm. As one can imagine, the intricacies involved in game development make every single decision weigh heavily on the team's minds. In this behind-the-scenes look, we've given you a glimpse into this complex, fascinating, and often tumultuous process from idea to launch and beyond.